Okay guys, so in this particular video I'm gonna be explaining how I choose my direction on gold on every day, and basically pay my buyers my direction, like if I'm looking for how to buy or if I'm looking for how to sell. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. Now, before I we get into the charts and I explain that, before um I used to be like what's it called? I used to be biased on gold, which is which simply means what I used to be only for buys. I literally did that for like 1 year and a half, and I did that for 1 year and a half, and then the next half year. So basically, when I mean 1 year and a half, that's when I started like making profits, like kind of like not consistent, but I kind of like started making withdrawal payouts there and there. I was taking just buys only. I don't sell. By the way, I don't know if you guys know about what I'm about to say, but again, in this, as a day trader, we can make money either buying or selling. So I just want to make it clear first before I continue, so you should have where I'm coming from. So before, when I started, I was being biased on gold, which simply means I was just taking buys only. I never take sell, and whenever people are calling for sales, I kind of like laugh at them. And yeah, I would not say I was correct, and I would not say I was wrong as well, but I had a point, that actually helped me a little bit, but at the same time, it wasn't really what I think day trading is about, and I get to understand that later. So after I did that for a year and a half, I later realized that I should be able to take sales, because at that point I was trading with a couple of friends of mine, usually on live calls, and then I buying, and then I used to call good trades. I used to call good trades on those lives, buys and short trades, and good were just creating all-time highs. Then that was when good was at 2,000, 3,000, there about 2,000, yeah. And I used to call good trades that ran like 4,000 pips, no TP, you feel me? And then some sales too. Those my friends, they kind of like call some sales, and I will be saying buy. Some of them, their sales will pretty go well, and then I end up chopping SL, and you see me forcing trades by taking one, two, three SLs, and then when I'm hitting that SL, I was kind of like stubborn again about my bias, and I didn't want to change my direction. And those were the things I used to do then, and I realized at some point that, okay, maybe I should fold a bit and then try to look for sales as well, because the market can also be bearish, you feel me? So before I started doing that, I actually learned my lesson the hard way, which was gold were now bearish at some points, very, very bearish for like few weeks, and those weeks it was just bearish for, I literally like lost a lot of money, breached a lot of accounts, and promise I let me tell you something. Before that, it's not as if gold was not retracing in the past when I was trading for those 1.5 year, but it was. But I usually know how to stay away from the sales and then let it go, and then when the buy starts, I kind of like get back into the market. Which that half year I was taking forcing buys, I didn't do that. I was still bearish, and I was stubborn about trying to buy when good was selling, you feel me? So that led to me to realize that I did some researches online, and it happened that I had like a cognitive biases problem, something like that. A syndrome, I think a cognitive biases syndrome. That's what I found online, which simply means I was biased on gold, and that led me to start looking for how to how to be versatile, how to be open for both buy and sell anyhow, anything at all. Because I used to see sales. I would see sales with entries, but I'm not gonna take the sale. I will literally wait for that sale to play out to my buy entry, and then I'll buy. It might just go well, or it might hit my SL, but I'll like, bro, you just saw sell, but you didn't take, because I was literally bullish on gold. I still see people posting these days online, and they're like, why gold? Why are you guys selling gold? Why are you guys selling gold? I laugh at people when they say they say things like that. Like, I laugh at people when I see them selling gold, and that's how I used to behave as well. When people are selling gold, especially if I'm taking buy and I'm in profit, and I used to take a lot of good buys then, or even if they're chopping their sell, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Or even if they're in profit in their sell, and I took a loss on my buy, I'm still laughing at them as far. But what the fuck are you doing? Why are you selling gold? You're in profit, but I used to look at it. I used to look at I used to look at it as like you were lucky or to be able to pick that entry, something like that. Even if they were in profit and I was in loss, I used to look at them as far like, bro, why are you selling gold? I will tell you today that that was wrong. And I don't want you to be biased. Don't be biased on gold. No one knows anything about this market. Do whatever your strategy tells you. So that leads to what I'm about to show you guys on picking bias every day and direction. Either we're going to be selling, either we're going to be buying. It's the market to tell us what to do. Simple as that. So I have to just make this whole speech about myself, because that thing was something that affected me personally. I think it helped me a lot in the past, that helped me to be able to make some payouts back to back, because good were just bullish at some point. Those around those 2000 time, I usually just buy and leave it. No TP, market to pass my account. I'll just buy and leave it. Market will just blow huge profit. I wake up,
I'm getting hungry. Charge me, please.
I'm in huge profit, and yeah. So, but later on, those same thing kind of like caught me back again and drew me back down really bad. So I just wanted you guys to know. Right now, I'm trading on no bias. I just come into the market without no direction, and then what the market is telling me, that's what I'm doing, and I'm executing off it. So that's exactly what I want you guys to do. So let's dive into the charts and try to um do something together. So here, so guys, here, this is my screen here. Yeah, pretty much clean screen, and most of the things we're gonna be talking about is not as if I have not explained these things with you guys or to you guys in the previous videos, but direction is something very, very important. So what we're looking for, we're coming from this time frame. I went to daily, and then I will switch from daily quick to weekly. I want to check something. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the way the market is looking and the way the colors of the candlesticks are looking as well. Those are very important for me. So I want to see, so you can see that in a higher time frame, we created a high, we created a low, we created a high, we created a low, which was even consolidated here. We didn't create a high. Okay, we displace this high here, massive push up, high, low again. We displace this high here, high, low again, another high, and another low. Period. Personally, I was holding a sell, from 30, which market did not give me TP and is reversing now. And looking at the weekly time frame, you can see that this thing is looking bullish. Bullish simply means we're going up. So my sell that I was holding from Friday, maybe market has gotten to where it wants to go, and there's a high probability that it's no longer going lower. So because why am I saying that? Because you see the previous week closed green, this one closed green, and then with the third week is about to close in 20 hours. So we have one day to go now for this week to decide where it's going to be going or not. That's what the weekly is telling us. Now we still need to check something quick. Monthly, we are still bullish. We have 7 days for the monthly to go, and then as you can tell, for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, we've been closing all the monthly green. So the probability of this closing green in the next 7 days is still high. So we have monthly that is telling us we should be looking for buys. We have daily, that a monthly and weekly, that are telling us we should be looking for buys. the weekly are telling us should be looking for buy. So now we scale to daily. Now daily is still here. So we already got all the informations already. What am I looking for? We still have the high, low, low, and then again. What are we doing? Don't forget we mark our sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity. We have marked this highest point the market is coming from. Sorry. Then I'm still gonna be considering this low as well. Then still gonna be considering this because this is where market is coming from. Period. Now I still want to diverse. I still want to go into different time frame. Personally, you see me, I have multiple time frame here. I use them all. Now let me tell you something here quick. You see, I'm having this multiple grain going there 14 hours. I want to observe that, and to me, I still want to tell myself, as far we are printing that as green candlestick, I want to bank on that color, right? And as far we are printing green candlestick in 14 hours, no matter what is happening in the charts, no matter what is happening in the market, that candlestick will end up closing green until it proves me otherwise. So same thing with 12 hours, still looking good. Here it's not really clear, so I don't want to bank on the 8 to 11. 9 not really clear. 10 not really clear. 7 no. 6 5 4 3 hours 2 no really clear as well. So we go where I want. I'm gonna be sitting on these two. So first, the weekly is telling us we should be looking for buys. Those are higher time frame, by the way. Still doesn't mean that we're not going to be selling. The daily is telling me we should be looking for buys and so on. That's actually, those time frames are telling me we should be looking for buys for long trade, because we can still see short trade inside, which is the 500 pips, 1000 pips. Those weekly that I'm seeing, they are giving us they will definitely be giving us close to 3000 pips, because if they decide to move, those things are gonna be moving all the way to up, even 7000 pips. So I'm interested in it, but I'm not into long term. I'm just interested into quick trade and out. I mean, when I mean quick trade, it still doesn't mean that I want to do 1 to 2, 1 to 3. I still want to do 1 to 10, 20 possible. So let's those are how I look for my buyers. So the daily close green. As far as the daily, we have already had 2 daily that close green. I still want to observe the third one, and then from there I'll scale into one of these candlesticks and look for the one that I'm looking for. Right now I'm still sticking to this 11 hours and wait. And don't forget, we still want to stick to this high and this low to get swept, and then we combine it to the candlestick color, and then we know if we are going down. So for instance, what I mean by that is that if the 14 hours, as it just opened now, we already spent 2 hours 47 minutes inside, I guess. Is it 47? Yeah, 47. So inside, if it does still open, it's still open, and then we have 11 hours to go. So that's actually a long way. Either it consolidates here, or either this candlestick delivers the move. If it's the one that will deliver the move, either by up or down, I want to see, let's pick the up, since we just came for weekly and daily. I want to see it still coming down here, retesting this level, sweeping this level, giving me entry, and then hoping that this candlestick will end up closing green back again before the end of the 11 hours. That can actually happen. That's one. Second, that's the green part. The red part, which is the seller part, I want to see it coming here, or closing red, or pushing green here, and some point here it closes red. The moment it closes red, I know that this movement is no longer valid, and then if it comes here and then it closes red and the second one sweeps a liquidity above here, I know that since we already have 1 red or 2 red, the third one is likely to be red and it sweeps liquidity. I already have my bias again. I still want to short from here, down here, or lower. Simple as that. I don't know if you guys are making sense. So what I mean is that in this case now, let me explain it further here or here. So you see, we are green. As far as printing green, we are still hoping that if another candlestick come from here and come down here and sweep liquidity, I'll be hoping that that candlestick will still end up closing green. Because if it does come in here, and if it does come in and we still have the 11 minutes going on, it will be showing red. But I'll be hoping that even that red will change back to green before the end of the candlestick. That's what I was saying. So let's put it in this case now. We have green, and then this one open. This one already closed red. This one already closed red. As this one closed red, I'm already looking for sell. No, I'm not interested in anything buy. In this case now, we already have green. As far as printing green, I'm looking for auto buy. But it closes red here. It closes red. I'm not interested in buy anymore. I'm looking for sales. And you see, this one ended up sweeping the liquidity, and then this one ended up closing red again, and then we came down. Simple as that. Now I want to look for something in this, but this thing I just explained, I think it will be easier for you to understand when we start trading live together. So what I said earlier is that once we are done with this, I'm gonna be putting out an account with the master login for you guys that are watching, and then you log into the accounts, and I'll be coming every day, and I'll be marking all the things we said here in all the videos, and I'll be taking trade only off those things and use it to make money, use it to pass the accounts. That's what I'll be doing. So it's likely for you, it's better for you guys to start practicing these things now, and then once I start trading live on those accounts, it makes more sense to you. So another thing here is that the same pattern here, we have green. As far as printing green, I'm looking for buy. The moment it prints red, I'm not interested in buy. I'm looking for sales again. Simple. So that's just as simple as that. Then don't forget your liquidity zones, high buy side liquidity, sell side is still valid. Here again is a strong resistance, still valid. Don't forget. Simple as that. And that's what we call direction and bias. You can still use the closure of the daily. How was the daily? Now another thing here, you see this one I just did now, by the as far as we're putting green, we are going up. I still just want to bank on the market continue going up. The moment we print red, I start switching and I want to look for sell. It's simply we are zooming out. We are zooming out the picture to make it smaller in a form of candlesticks on a higher time frame. And which picture are we zooming out, do you think? Try to tell me, guys, if anyone know what I'm talking about. Can anyone tell me? The picture we are zooming out is simply the higher highs, higher lows, break of structure, higher highs, higher lows, break of structure, higher highs, higher lows. As far as doing higher highs, higher lows, break of structure, that candlestick will end up closing green. The moment we do lower high, lower low, break of structure, change of character, lower low, break of structure, change of character, that candlestick turns to red. Do you understand now? Let me mark it. So the bias is simply what? I'm using higher high, higher low. This is the zoom in picture. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. As far as doing this, it will be giving me my green candlestick. It will be giving me this in my green candlestick. So let's say this is my green candlestick. Internally, this is it. Internally, what's happening inside, and the color of this candlestick is gonna be green, and the next one is gonna be green as well, and the one before was green as well, you know. So and let me turn the color back to green so it makes more sense to you guys. You feel me? Should have copied it, right? I usually forget to do that, but you can still mark it quick, you know. So as far we are printing this green, yeah, this way we have the wick is still green. By the way, I don't want to change that. If you don't understand till another candlestick and green body, I'm just drawing. So here internally we're still having higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher. We retrace somewhere here. then we open a new candlestick, we continue up, right? Then reaching here again, same thing happened, we open a new candlestick, higher highs, we pushed up here, something like that, we went up again, higher high, higher low. Simple, that's what is inside. So this is my 12 hours candlestick here, and then the same thing I'm showing you guys here. So internally, either here or here, this is what is inside. You feel me? As far as showing you green. Now the moment it shows, it does this. And then this is red now in this our case here. In this our case, this is red. Internally, we already changed character and bulk structure. This likelihood of it happening is that this. Let's even say maybe we did push the body below, and then we have our wick here, we have a long wick here. Simple. So I want to see this thing coming down again back to here, as far as we are putting a red. And this is just simply what happened here, guys. Here, this, you know, this internally. I can't show you guys if I can go inside. Let me zoom in quick.